Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. I'm back to read more of Savitri by Sri Aurobindo. We're going to continue on where we left off. We're at Canto 12. The title is The Heavens of the Ideal. Always the ideal beckoned from afar, awakened by the touch of the unseen, deserting the boundary of things achieved, aspired the strong discoverer, tireless thought, revealing at each step a luminous world. If left known, summits from the unknown peaks impassioned it, sought to loan unrealized truth. Excuse me. It longed for the light that knows not death and birth. Each stage of the soul's remote ascent was built. In a constant heaven felt always here, at pace of the journey marvelous, a new degree of wonder and of bliss. A new rung formed in being's mighty stair, a great wide step trembling with jeweled fire, as if a burning spirit quivered there, upholding with his flame the immortal hope. As if a radiant God had given his soul that he might feel the tread of pilgrim feet mounting in haste to the Eternal's house. At either end of each effulgent stair, the heavens of the ideal mind were seen, in a blue lucency of dreaming space, like spirit of brilliant sky clinging to the moon. On the side glimmered hue on floating hue, a glory of sunrise breaking on the soul in a tremulous rapture of the heart's insight. Neither footsie alone, piggy deedles. Come here. Come here, Needles. And the spontaneous bliss that beauty gives, the lovely kingdoms of the deathless rose, R-O-S-E. Above the spirit, cased in mortal sense, are superconscious realms of heavenly peace. Below, the inconscience, sullen dim abyss. Between, behind our life, the deathless rose, R-O-S-E. Across the covert air, the spirit breathes a body of the cosmic beauty and joy, unseen, unguessed by the blind, suffering world. Unseen, unguessed by the blind, suffering world, climbing from nature's deep, surrendered heart, it blooms forever at the feet of God. Fed by life's sacrificial mysteries, here too its bud is born in human's breast. Then by a touch, a presence, or a voice, the world is turned into a temple ground. And all discloses the unknown beloved in an outburst of heavenly joy and ease. Life yields to the divinity within and gives a rapture offering of its all, and the soul opens to felicity. A bliss is felt that never can wholly cease. A sudden mystery of secret grace flowers, goldening our earth with bread desire. All the high gods who hid their visages from the soil, passionate ritual of our hopes, reveal their names and their undying powers. A fiery stillness wakes the slumbering cells, a passion of the flesh becoming spirit. Passion of the flesh becoming spirit. Woo! That sounds like it's backwards, but I guess it's right on time. And marvelously is fulfilled at last, a miracle for which our life was made, a flame in a white voiceless cupola is seen in faces of immortal light, the radiant limbs that know not birth and death, the breasts that suckle the firstborn of the sun S-U-N, the wings that crowd thought's ardent silences. Man, that's That's intense. The wings that crowd thoughts' ardent silences. Whoa. Man. I'll have to come back to that. That's making me anxious. Not really. I love you all. Victory to the divine light. All one. Sending everyone, even JPS. You know who you are. Even you, I send you emerald green healing, love, and light. We're all one. There's no difference between the best and the worst of us. I mean, seemingly there is, but we're all gods and goddesses in divine vertical meat suits. Living out this experience. Do the best you can is my advice, And do unto others as you would have done unto you. Treat everyone with love and joy, or know that consequences and repercussions do occur. Karma is real. Love and light, when kept in one's heart, soul, in every being, every movement, every step, thought, and breath, that will make one unfuckwittable. Those that fuck with one with love and light in their heart, coming to represent that love and light, those that fuck with someone that's unfuckwittable, I don't know what happens to them. I haven't heard anything about them. I just don't think they exist anymore. And they did it to themselves. Get it how you live. I would suggest you live with love and light. And know that we're all one. You only hurt yourself when you try and hurt someone else. Facts. Coppola, death, where's the sun at? Okay. The breasts that suckle, the firstborn of the sun issuing, the wings that crowd thoughts' ardent silences, the eyes that look into spiritual space, are hidden centers of celestial force, open like flowers to a heavenly atmosphere. Mind pauses, thrill with the supernal ray. And even this transient body then can feel ideal, love, and flawless happiness, and laughter of the heart, sweetness and delight, freed from the rude, tragic hold of time, and beauty in the rhythmic feet of the hours. This in high realms touches immortal kind. What here is in the bud has blossomed there. There is the secrecy of the house of flame, the blaze of godlike thought and golden bliss, the rapt idealism of heavenly sense. There are the wonderful voices and sun laugh, a gurgling eddy in rivers of God's joy, and the mysteried vineyards of the gold moon wine. Ooh. I just had a flash of like where me and Piggy are traveling to. We're going to be moving to carry on our adventure, our traveler of the world's adventure, to Oregon. From what I understand, there's vineyards and all kind of farms there. And I just got a flash of me and Piggy happy, whole, fulfilled, carrying on our divine journey with friends and family that surround us that have this similar mindset and heart set. And it's going to be beautiful. Be there next month. Although witness their joys of time pressed on the bosoms of the immortals' touch. Oh, no. The blaze of godlike thought and golden bliss. I'm just going to start on page 279. If you got a problem with it, keep it to yourself. And laughter of the heart's sweetness and delight, freed from the rude and tragic hold of time, and beauty and the rhythmic feet of the hours. This in high realms touches immortal kind, where what here is in the bud has blossomed there. Oh, snap. What here is in the bud has blossomed there. It's the near future. There is the secrecy of the house of flame, the blaze of godlike thought and golden bliss, the rapt idealism of heavenly sense. There are wonderful voices, the sun laugh, a gurgling eddy in rivers of God's joy, and the mysteried vineyards of the gold moon wine, all the fire and sweetness of which hardly here a brilliant shadow visits mortal life, although are witnessed there the joys of time. Pressed on the bosom, the immortal's touch is felt. Heard are the flutings of the infinite. Here upon earth are early awakenings, moments that tremble in an air divine and grow upon the yearning of her soil. Time, sunflowers gaze at golden eternity. There are the imperishable beatitudes, a million lotuses swaying on one stem. Whew. Picture that for a minute. Wow. Watch a million lotuses. Goodness gracious. Picture that for a minute. A million lotuses swaying on one stem. Man, that'll make your third eye explode with light. I think that's why he wrote that. That'd be my guess. World after colored and ecstatic world climbs towards some far unseen epiphany, huh? What'd I tell you? On the other side of the eternal stairs, the mighty kingdom of the deathless flame aspired to reach the being's absolutes. Out of the sorrow and darkness of the world, out of the depths where life and thoughts are tombed, lonely mounts up to heaven the deathless flame. In a veiled nature's hallowed secrecies, it burns forever on the altar mind. It's priest of the soul of dedicated gods. Humanity, its house of sacrifice, once kindled, never can its flaming cease. Once kindled, never can its flaming cease. Man, one more time. Once kindled, never can its flaming cease. Victory to the divine light, that violet flame. We're all one. All of us. Out of the sorrow and darkness of the world, out of the depths where life and thoughts are tombed, lonely mounts up to heaven the deathless flame. In a veiled nature, hallowed secrecies, it burns forever on the altar mind. Its priest, the souls of dedicated gods. Humanity, its house of sacrifice. Not anymore. Once kindled, never can its flaming cease. A fire along the mystic paths of earth, it rises through the mortal's hemisphere, till borne by runners of the day and dusk, it enters the occult eternal light, and clambers whitening to the invisible throne. Its worlds are steps of an ascending force, a dream of giant contours, titan lines, homes of unfallen and illuminated might, heavens of unchanging good, pure and unborn, heights of grandeur of truth's ageless ray. As in a symbol sky they start to view and call our souls into a vaster air. We're being called to raise up. On their summits they bear up the sleepless flame, dreaming of a mysterious beyond. At their highest, they bear up a sleepless flame. Dreaming of a mysterious beyond. Transcendent of the paths of fate and time, they point above themselves with index peaks. Whew, that's high. Through a pale sapphire ether of through a pale sapphire ether of God mind, toward some gold infinite's apocalypse, a thunder rolling mid the hills of God, tireless, severe in their tremendous voice, exceeding us, to exceed ourselves they call, and bid us rise incessantly above. Far from our eager reach those summits live, too lofty for our mortal strength and height. Hardly in a dire ecstasy of toil, climbed by the spirit's naked athlete will, austere, intolerant they claim from us. Efforts too lasting for our mortal nerve, our hearts cannot cleave to, nor our flesh support. Only the eternal strength in us can dare to attempt the immense adventure of that climb. These are facts. And the sacrifice of all we cherish here, our human knowledge, is a candle burnt on a dire altar to a sun vast truth. Man's virtue, a coarse spun, ill fitting dress, apparels wooden images of good, passionate and blinded, bleeding, stained with mire. This shit is too much. His energy stumbles towards a deathless force. Bless your water. Always bless it. Mm. It's yummy. His energy stumbles towards a deathless force, page 281. An imperfection dogs our highest strengths. Portions in pale, reflections are our share. Happy the worlds that have not felt our fall, where will is one with truth and good with power, impoverished not by earth's mind indulgence. They keep God's natural breath of mightiness, his bare, spontaneous, swift intensities. There is his great, transparent mirror self, and there his sovereign autocracy of bliss in which immortal natures have their part, heirs and co-sharers of divinity. He through the ideals, kingdoms moved at will, accepted their beauty and their greatness bore, partook of the glories of their wonder fields, but passed nor stayed beneath their splendor's rule. All there was an intense but partial light, in each a seraph-winged high-browed idea, united all knowledge by one master thought, persuaded all actions to one golden sense, all powers subjected to a single power, and made a world where it could reign alone. In absolute ideals, perfect home, insignia to their victory and their faith. The offer to the traveler at their gates, a quenchless flame or an unfading flower, emblem of a high kingdom's privilege, a glorious shining angel of the way, presented to the seeking of the soul the sweetness and might of an idea, each deemed truth, and truth sentiment fount and summit force, the heart of the meaning of the universe, perfection's key, passport to paradise. Yet were there regions where those absolutes met and made a circle of bliss with married hands. Light stood embraced by light, fire wedded fire. Woo. Lord have mercy. But none in the other would his body lose, to find his soul in the world's single soul, a multiplied rapture of infinity. Onward he passed to a diviner sphere, there joined in a common greatness, light and bliss, all high and beautiful and desirable powers, forgetting their difference and their separate reign, becoming a single multitudinous whole. Above the parting of the roads of time, above the silence and its thousandfold word, in the immutable and inviolate truth, forever united and inseparable, forever, por vida, united and inseparable, por vida todos somos uno. The radiant children of eternity dwell on the wide spirit height where all are one, period. End Canto 1. Healing, love, and light.